What's up? I know LeBron James just dropped 34 points, absolutely astounding. But I have a bone to pick with LeBron. You hyped your son up, and now you're mad, and you're chastising the media over Bronny's mock draft report? Well, what did you think would happen after you put all the pressure on your son? Let the kid be a kid? But you were the one who boasted about your son's ability. LeBron has been hyping up Bronny for over 2 years, and now he wants the media to back off of his son and let him be a kid? Get out of here with that. And I know it's not a good time to rip LeBron after the performance he had tonight, but it was LeBron who was pushing his son's ability to play in the NBA. Let's not get it twisted, okay? If Bronny's last name was Jones and not James, he'd be flipping burgers at McDonald's after his college career. I mean, I'm not trying to sound harsh. I'm not trying to be mean. I mean, I'm not trying to be messed up, but I'm not impressed at all. It's the last name on the back of his jersey. And I mean no disrespect. I really do. No disrespect to Bronny, but he will be lucky to get drafted in the second round. LeBron wants to complain now, but he set this up with all his malarkey. Let the young man grow up and be his own man. This is all LeBron's fault. It's definitely on LeBron. He's out here saying Bronny is ready when clearly he isn't. If I'm Bronny, I'm going back to college for another year. What's the rush? Go back to college, develop your game, then declare for the NBA draft. He literally said that his son, who isn't even a starter at USC, that his son can play better than some of the current players in the league. Get out of here with that. ESPN creates a mock draft for the NBA with some of the biggest names in the nation. And naturally, with his talent and compelling story, and of course, his dad being LeBron, Bronny was part of the conversation only to be left out of the conversation after his son was removed from the 2024 mock draft. Instead, experts project he'll be drafted in 2025. The national attention Bronny has received is because of his dad. His dad has done a lot of talking. And I get it. You're a dad, you're a father. I got mad respect for LeBron. I think he's a hell of a father. He's a great father. He's the epitome of what a dad should be. And I understand it's always a strong desire for a dad to want to encourage his son each and every day. As a dad, you are compelled to proudly brag about your kid and his achievements. Mad props for being a good dad. But at no point has Bronny been the best player on any team. Let the kid breathe. Can the kid, get some fresh air? Can we stop smothering this kid? This is how athletes start to resent the game. The kid can't even grow as a player because his dad propelled him to a higher standard. Bronny gets more coverage than most NBA players. I don't blame the media. I blame LeBron. And if you're going to use your media platform to say things like your son is ready for the NBA, that your son can compete with anybody in the league, that your son can be a Laker, you can't be mad at the media. Displacement of blame is a defense mechanism to divert attention away from him and his son when things haven't gone the way they had anticipated it. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna tweet that people need to leave your son alone after you've been the one making the most noise about your kid? You've been saying how good your kid is, and now you want to tell people to shut up? This is your fault. You're culpable for any kind of criticism coming your son's way. If LeBron didn't tell the media that Bronny could be a starter on the Lakers, nobody would be all over his son. I mean, that's the reality of it, right? If he didn't say he wanted to play alongside his son, Bronny wouldn't have this kind of pressure, right? I don't think anyone else thinks Bronny is ready for the NBA but his dad. His dad's the only one who thinks he is ready to take his game to the next level. Maybe if LeBron wouldn't have built him up this early and just let him be a kid, as he says, and continue to either prove he could be on an NBA team right now, his son probably wouldn't be the topic of all of this, right? LeBron created this mess himself, not the media. But it's original to blame the media, right? Everything's the media's fault, right? Take your own advice, LeBron. Great game tonight, by the way. Great game. An absolute masterclass in the fourth quarter. Credit where credit is due. That was a great game. The Lakers came back from a 20-point deficit to beat the Los Angeles Clippers. Great stuff.